Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today, our group want to present about information technology control. My name is Nur Sasabila binti Muhammad Faizal. My matric number is 03D8020F1079.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Anissue binti Muhammad Rofi. My matrix card number is 03D8020F1070.
Today, our group want to present about electronic commerce system on definition, risk associated, implication for the accounting profession. Next, we want to explain about operating system and database management system control. We want to explain about definition, operating system and test of control. Next, definition of access and backup control. Third, we want to explain about application control, the input control, process control and output control. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services, or the transmitting of funds and data over an electronic network, primarily the internet. This business transaction occur either as business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, or consumer to business. The risks that associate with e-commerce. First, limited customer service. If a customer has a question or issue in a physical store, he or she can see a cashier or store manager for help. In an e-commerce store, customer service may be limited. The site may only provide support during certain hours of the day, or a call to customer service phone may be keep the customer on hold. Next, not being able to touch or see. While image on a web page can provide a good sense about a product, it's different from experiencing it directly. E-commerce can lead consumers to receive products that differ from their expectation, which leads to return. In some scenarios, the customer bears the burden for the cost of shipping and return item to the retailer. Next, wait time. If a customer sees an item that he or she likes in a store, the customer pays for it and then goes home with it. With e-commerce, there is a wait time for the product to be shipped to the customer address. Security. Skilled hackers can create authentic-looking websites to claim to sell well-known products. Instead, the site sends customer profit or imitation version of those products, or simply collects customer credit card information. Legitimate e-commerce sites also carry risks, especially when customers store their credit card information with the retailer to make future purchases easier. Ascertain the implication for accounting profession. E-commerce related to need the upskill and reskill, incentive knowledge in using cloud accounting software, experience in migrating from Excel and desktop accounting software to cloud accounting software. Next, it provides another avenue to practice accounting. Technicalities aside, the unprecedented growth of the e-commerce and digital sector in 2020 had opened a wider avenue for accountants to practice their profession. Third one, dealing with e-commerce taxes become more complicated. E-commerce taxes are more complicated, with the Supreme Court's decision in South Dakota v. Welfare include case retailer without physical presence, that is remote sellers or online retailers in a state may be subject to sales and use tax.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Anissue binti Muhammad Rofi. My matrix number 03D8020F1070. Now I will continue this presentation. Okay, now I will continue with definition of operating system. An operating system is the program that, after being initially loaded into the computer by a boot program, manages all of the others application program in the computer. The application programs make use of the operating system by making requests for service through a defined application program interface (API). Okay, now we move to the test of internal control. A test of internal control describes any auditing procedure used to evaluate a company internal controls. The aim of test of internal in auditing is to determine whether these internal controls are sufficient to detect or prevent risks of material misstatement. A robust internal control system is essential for business to keep their financial records accurate. Okay, now the definition of access and backup control. The backup control center is the redundant control system that mirror the primary control center system. The control center provides parallel or redundant communications with the remote access to allow a complete transfer of control. From the primary control system to the backup system, the event of the emergency or planned operation without losing emergency operational controls and monitoring capability for the associated process system. Application control is divided into three, which is input control, process control, and output control. Now we will start with the input control. Input control are used to obtain responses from the interview user. Each input control has certain attributes that vary according to the selected input control types. These attributes determine the internal appearance of the input controls: read-only, editable, hidden, or shown, and can also determine whether the use response is mandatory or optional. Okay, now let's move to the process control. Process control is a method used to ensure that a process is operating as designed. It is a way to monitor and measure the performance of the process and make adjustment when necessary. It is a way to ensure that a process is in control. Okay, first, process control provides a way to monitor and improve process by using statistical methods such as average value, standard deviation, minimum and maximum values. Okay, second, process controls helps detect outliers in the data set. And the third one is process control allow you to identify when certain event happen more frequently than others. Okay, the last but not least is output controls. Output control is a process that management that oversees outcomes. It includes monitoring and measuring times, rate, and velocity to ensure that all parts run efficiently. Okay, the importance of output control. Output control is essential because it gives you a measurable result. You can determine that level of performance and monitor whether the business performance meets the expectation. I think that's all from us. Thank you for giving us your attention and your time. Until we meet again.